family to say a few words.
Now you can go to bed.
Go ahead, Jordy.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
So, I got. Hey, everybody. So I know it's somewhat mixed company, and some of you might not be familiar with who I am and why I'm phoning in this wedding. But long story short, I'm the groom's baby brother, and the reason I'm not there is I've actually convinced my family I joined the Army 6 years ago. And that I'm currently deployed to the Middle East in support of the global war on terror. In actuality, I'm holed up in a motel in New Hampshire. It's just gone on so long that out of pride and principle, I had to skip the wedding also. So I'm sure most of you can relate to this same exact life scenario. Nobody?
yeah. Riviera.
Well, it's kind of sad and funny in a way. Seems like the past 6 years trying to get me to be there to plan this wedding, for me to be the best man. Around 6 different deployments that all ended up getting canceled. And the one time we thought for sure I'd be able to be there, I ended up finally deploying. So I guess that's life for you. Kind of like the same luck as rain on your wedding day.
It didn't rain.
Too soon?
It didn't. No, it didn't rain. It was beautiful.
Anyways, I guess when you give a best man speech, you're supposed to tell a story.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's hard to fit some of my favorite stories into one coherent speech. So, fuck it. It's my speech. I get to do what I want. I'm the best man. I'm going to tell him anyway. So, I'm going to start with Kyle. When we were little, I used to call you Kikey.
Yeah. Oh.
He spelled that.
There was that one time I chased you around the house screaming, I'm going to pee on you. I'm going to pee on you. And you stopped and you said, no, you won't. You'll never pee on me. Well, then I did. I whipped it out and I just peed all over you. You really never should have challenged me. To that time that you made an Easter mask without any eye holes. I mean, everybody there, just think about that for a moment. He made an Easter mask that completely covered his face and had no eye holes whatsoever. I don't know who was more at fault. My dumb brother that made it, the teacher who helped him, or my parents who let him wear it.
And he bounced off this.
But anyways, all I wanted to do was just hold your damn hand and lead you around. And you pushed me away and then ran face first into the cement foundation. And America's Home Videos rejected the damn footage because apparently Danny Tanner found the whole thing too violent. Of all our times being nerds, pretending to be on the bridge of a starship in the basement.
Yesterday
morning.
To being heroes, fighting fake wars in the trenches behind the house. To summers with Meme and Pepe, visiting up in Florida. To Thanksgivings playing 3-card Molly and drinking wine and chugging Black Velvet with the coolest damn aunts and uncles. Toby and Rainey. Shout out to Toby and Rainey. Jenny, Rob, Casey, Chloe, Mark. To Christmases with Goomy and Papa, and to everything in between. I think it's safe to say you and I, we truly had a kick-ass childhood, right? And how fortunate were we to have Mom and Dad? Dad worked his whole life from the bottom up to provide for us. Never once complained. giving us the leg up and the opportunity in society to do and be whatever we want. And Mom, who gave up everything to raise us. And I'd just like to point out that she did a pretty damn fine job.
Thank you.
At least with me. And then Kyle. Things certainly didn't change for us when we aged a little bit and got to high school. In high school, Kyle used to use the bathroom in the morning purposely way too long. Until that one day he left me just about 5 minutes to get ready for school. And I picked the lock. I flung the door open and I threw my shoe at him. Well, unfortunately for me, your strange and mysterious cat-like reflexes sprang into action and you skillfully dodged that shoe and went right through the window. And you and I, we stood in total shock, staring at each other for about 20 seconds until you let out a scream for Dad. That time you tricked me into giving a speech about 2 things I would later come to vehemently oppose in my life with the Lions Club Speak Out. I'm not even going to say what they were. To you egging me on to run for office in Key Club, which for all intents and purposes was probably the snowball that started rolling down the hill for me. To throwing our friend Carla Eaton in that big denim sack. Carla, you there? Tickling her until she couldn't breathe. Is Carla with us? Is she in the room?
Hold on.
Let me just pause to thank Carla for 2 awesome care packages that she sent me, and to shame the vast majority of the rest of you for sending me nothing. So the address, for those of you interested, get your pens and papers out. It's the Riviera Motel, 479 Gonick Road, Rochester, New Hampshire. Anyways, I'll get back to my speech. High school, tying up our other friends to the basketball hoop and making them eat cat food.
And that time that you
making James Bond movies every New Year's Eve. And let's not forget that one really bitchin', scary Easter movie we made that, let's be honest, I actually wish we had to show to your wedding today. Truthfully, everyone deserves to see that movie. And then in high school, of course, our trips to Montreal, which were truly defining times in our lives.
the trip went
Where our
to the principal's
prior
office
friend
when
Michael
a
Larrabee
witch
became
cast
dead
a
to all of us. Where we truly solidified our best friend status with Peter J. Levite. Shout out to my homeboy Pete. There are just way too many stories to tell involving us, Kyle and Pete. So I'll give y'all a quick lightning round. Pizza chicken. Mount Washington Hotel with Andrew WK, tipping over porta potties, standing up a dead fox in the middle of the road and putting sunglasses on. You and me are Kyle's ride or dies, and I'm sorry I beat you out for best man. It actually wasn't even close.
You told me it was.
Anyways, back to Montreal. We ate poutine and drank beer till we were ready to puke, and then hopped on a roller coaster just because we wanted to puke. Where we bribed Dad with Burger King breakfast, letting us go right after a terrible storm, and we saw our lives flash before our eyes as we spun uncontrollably on the edge of a cliff.
It's true. It's all true.
Where we tore shit up in Chinatown for reals.
Dumped up 2
where I
liters.
pretended to like boobs for the first time. Who could forget where Mike Roy got his first real anatomy lesson from unforgettable friend Kayla. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to ask Mike Roy all about this. If you don't know who that is, he's likely the only one there with the red hair. That guy, ask him all about it.
Crutch. And a crutch.
Crutch. So anyways, on to college. College didn't get much better. Shout out to all my Roger Williams thugs for life. Except for you, little Bill. My visits to Roger Williams, where we truly tested the impact of alcohol on my body. To our crazy and wild summers in Newport, where we truly tested the limits of alcohol on my body. And to your crazy and wild visits, Kyle and Pete, to me at American University, where we continue to test the limits of alcohol on my body. And of course, who could forget the invention of the greatest game ever played, stickball?
Yes.
Aaron Delory,
Yes.
you know what I'm talking about, sister. Those of you wondering, Kyle would have to try to pick up the ball and get it to a goal. But as soon as he touched the ball, I was able to just beat the ever-loving shit out of him. It was really a great game. Real fun for everyone involved. And then, of course, past college into the real world and real life, helping me move up and down the East Coast.
And then
Helping me run for office, supporting me when I joined the Army, and visiting me only when it convenienced you.
Germany!
Like getting a free road trip across Europe and flight to Aaron's wedding in London.
Yeah!
Everyone take notice that he has made zero effort to visit me in El Paso.
Texas is gross.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
So I guess this is where I should probably start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Everybody get out your tissues, because this is where it might get a little rough. So I'm going to end it by saying, Kyle, you are my brother, and you are my best friend in life. You're funny, you're clever, and I love you to death.
Carlos, this is Carlos' scarf. I got Carlos' scarf. Oh, I knew it would finally come in handy.
You good? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Keep going.
Kyle, I love all the experiences that we've shared together, and I look forward to the ones to come. You've raised one of the coolest little dudes in the world. Awesome. There he is. There's my little nephew. Love you, buddy.
Carlos, nice scarf.
And now you're getting married to Tara, who looks absolutely stunning today. And I know for the fact that the two of you will have a beautiful and fun-filled, loving life together. And I couldn't be more happy or proud for both of you. As my big brother, you helped clear a path for me in life. You graciously stood aside and let me pass. And then you stood behind me in support of all my crazy escapades and achievements. And Kyle, I am so sorry that I can't be there for you today. You know, the sad thing about all this is I can't even remember when you asked me to be your best man.
That's so true. It's because I never did.
It's certainly given me enough time to kind of plan out how I'd like to finish this. And ideally, I'd like to say, look out behind the window. Look out behind you out the window, and I'd be standing on a ladder. Like,
Oh.
but sadly, that's not the case today.
Yep.
I always envisioned being there in person to give this speech, and I've always kind of had in mind ending it on a big note with a real solid crowd pleaser at the end. I also figure last night I didn't get my moment in the spotlight to sing karaoke with everyone. Well,
I took your spot.
what better time than now? So Kyle, with the help of Lori McQuistion, everybody let's give it up for Lori. I'm going to close this most awesome best man speech out with the immortal words of the equally awesome Neil Diamond.
We love you, Jordan.
The road is long. With many a one. Who knows where?
It's a little
Who
lag.
knows where?
It's a little lag.
But I'm strong.
But I'm strong.
He's my brother.
Oh, for God's sake.
His welfare is my concern. No burden is he to bear. We'll get
I don't know the song. I don't know which one this is.
Kyle, you ain't heavy.
What is it? You ain't heavy.
You're my brother. If I'm late at all, if I'm late at the then
everyone's heart
Are there other army guys in that room with him?
isn't filled with the gladness.
Are you alone?
I am alone.
I hope so.
It's real tough not having the music.
Chocolate fake
Can
guy.
you hear it? Can you hear it? He's doing good.
from which there is no return. While we're on our way to there,
Why not share?
and our Lord doesn't weigh down with all.
I wish I could say this is the best part.
Big finish, Jordan, big finish.
Love ya. Great job. Bye, Jordy.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too.
Let him hear.
I said love you too. Bye.
Bye, honey.
Love you. Great speech. Bye. Best man.